Hello my Archeage friends, this is Arid. In-game name is September on the Thunderwing and the public test server. This is going to be part 2 of my video series about low-level crate farming. And in this video what we're going to do is specifically take a look at how profitable crate farming can be even in lower level zone. So getting started, you probably have already seen my last video about crate farming in 4.0 post metallic crate update, since it was actually released prior to this video. So in that video what I did is I took a look at farming the time-locked creatures at Diamond Shores, which are level 51, and they can actually have a little over 17,000 health. And what it ultimately happened is I showed that I got 28 Aurorian metallic crates, 84 Prince crates, and 2,400 honor. But the question is, what if you're not comfortable farming those mobs, or you're not high enough to? Are you out of luck? Well, no, you too have options. I've done a video in the past showing my top 10 crate farming spots. It's one of the more popular ones here on YouTube. And that video actually included some low level zones. But at the time, we weren't actually concerned with the metallic crates as much as we are now. Also, I had actually been wondering about the other metallic crates, since most people that do the crate farming are actually right now going after the Aurorian metallic crates. Those are the ones that are dropping on mobs in Auroria, as their name implies. And those are found in the highest of the zones. Now, I wondered how many of the locked metallic crates, those are the lower ones, or LMCs, I could get off these low-level mobs, and if those drop rates were also increased. Well, I'm happy to report the fact that they too had a drop rate increase. So off I go, testing the LMC drop rate, and this time in a zone I've never talked about before, not even in the top 10 spot video, and I don't think anybody else really has either. So this time I spent an hour in Paranor Ruins. Yep, that's right, Paranor Ruins, and I'm actually quite excited about these results. So as you can see here in my bag, I was able, this is in 1 hour, to pull 31 locked metallic crates, 723 Jester coin purses, and 124 Jester crates, and also just a crap ton of random weapons, armors, and accessories. Now the important part here is you need to know that yes, I am way OP for this zone, but as I mentioned in part 1 of this series, I actually farmed this zone with no damage mitigation or damage boosting buffs. I only happened on a rare occurrence of the zone actually cycling to war, something that doesn't really happen quite often with the current mechanics, and when it does, I'm usually not around to take advantage of it, or at least spend an hour in the zone. The results you see in my bag, again, this is in Paranor Ruins. The zone was in war, and I buffed myself to 70%. Which is actually lower than the amount that I had in Diamond Shores. In Diamond Shores I was at 80%, and in this video I was at 70%. So I'm actually quite happy with these results, and I would like to run the numbers by you here in this video and compare it to the spreadsheet that I did before for Diamond Shores. So to do this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up that spreadsheet, and then I'm going to calculate the potential value of the locked metallic crates, or LMCs, the Jester crates, and then deduct the value of the loot buffs I used. Alright, so step 1 is to get the value of the locked metallic crates, or the LMCs. This was actually pretty easy because I had video proof of the drops when I opened up 200 of them on February 14th on the PTS server. And so what I'll do is I'll use the same values I did in the Diamond Shores video. Now the values of the actual Lunarite and stuff may have changed just a little bit, but to give it to do a fair comparison between the Diamond Shores video and this one, I'm just going to use the same values. So in this spreadsheet, the first table in the upper left-hand corner shows the loot drops and the gold collected when I opened up those 200 crates. The table in the middle shows the values from North America and EU. And then the top table on the right shows the copper key cost and the crate value if you were just to sell them straight up on the auction house. Now, before we use that value, we have to make sure that the contents of these crates is not more valuable, and so that's what you see at these calculations here at the bottom. So what we did is we take the gold plus the content values, add them together, minus the cost of the key to get a break-even value, which is between 8.5 and 9 gold depending on your region, which basically means, because these things are selling on the auction house for 14 to 14.5 gold, it's just better to sell them. Now the next thing that we need to do is take a look at the contents of the Jester crates that I just opened, and then while we're in here, we might as well just go ahead and calculate the silver to labor ratio. And as you noticed, I did speed that video up previously just to keep things moving along. And so what we had is we had 240 sunlight dust, 255 moonlight, 119 starlight, 33 lunarite, 23 glowing prisms, and 33 mysterious garden powders, which gives us the total value of those 124 Jester crates at 347 gold, and then we get a average crate value of 2 gold and 80 silver ish per. And if you want to take a look real quick at the silver to labor ratio, even if you don't have any proficiency in Larceny or no reduction, look how profitable these crates are. 28 silver per labor point. That's very, very good profit. Now, if you happen to be max proficiency like I am, where I get a 40% labor discount, I'm almost making 50 silver per labor point. That's pretty good. Okay, and so the last thing that we need to do is just add it all up. So this is what has basically happened. Once again, I calculate the value of my loot pots that I used. Here I get a value for 102 gold. So you take a look at the value of the they're actually lost metallic crates. I think I called them locked the whole video. They're lost metallic crates. Lost, L-O-S-T. But anyway, 31 of those, and this is North America value, 14.5. That's going to give us 447 gold, and then of course 124 Jester crates. That gives us a grand total of 795 gold. I minus out the 100 gold that I used on my loot pots. Man, almost still 700 gold per hour. This is in a newbie zone. I didn't have to use any buffs whatsoever. Well, not newbie, but it is only level 44 mobs, and we're going to take a look at the mobs in the pattern that I used here in just a second. Okay guys, I'm going to show you real quick the mobs that I was farming here in Paranor Ruins, in case you're wondering. This is up here in the north, I guess west part of Paranor Ruins. Here's the location on the map, right above the ancient gallows. And the mobs that I was farming is the skeletons. And again, I am in the Revenant class, as you've seen in the previous video. And it's just cake to do this. And I wanted to do this at the end of the video instead of at the beginning of the video, because in case I found anything else, I didn't want it to taint the results from that hour. So I'm just going to run around real quick and show you the zones, or my little pattern. So I started there on that cliff, but you'll find these depending on where you come in. Then I'll pull this group of mobs. Then there's another group right down here. I pull those. Then I pull these. And then there's one more group down here. And there's two spread out, so that's where the teleportation comes in. And look at that guy way out there. Get on the mount or glider, fly back up here, and kill this little pack. Then there's another pack right here. Another pack right here. Then there's a pack over there. Then I'll kill this pack here, around the corner. Kill these right here. Then there's one more set right here, and we're right back to where I started. That is the pattern that I use. I just do a big loop, and in that time, like I said, it was 124 Jester crates, 31 lost metallic crates, and a whole bunch of armor and weapons. Well, that is it for this video and this series. I hope you all have found this series both helpful and informative. That is the goal. Please let me know what you think in the comment section down below. The more comments that you give me, the more YouTube shows my video. Funny how that works. If you feel like this video and series lived up to my goals, please remember to like and subscribe on your way out. Also, you can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, as well as Discord is open to the public. So for those of you who want to give me a little extra support, please sincerely consider becoming a Patreon to support me. Until next time, this is September saying, be well.